Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Now, Nigeria's palm oil industry is a stark testament to the fragility of economic potential. Once a global leader, the country's dominance in palm oil production symbolized its agricultural might and immense prospects. However, over the decades, this once flourishing sector has wilted, turning Nigeria from a leading exporter to a net importer of palm oil. This dramatic decline is not merely a tale of economic loss, but a profound loss of squandered opportunities and systemic failures that can undermine a nation's prospects. One company that is playing its part in boosting the oil palm
create a trust fund for your children or grandchildren. Owning a portion of this oil palm tree plantation ensures that your family does not just inherit wealth, but a legacy of financial stability and sustainability. I am oil Palmrich. I secure my children's trust fund, laying the foundation for a lasting generational wealth. Trust fund today, just like me.
Aseyori Limited. I'm not sure if Mr. Simon Ogu is joining us.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Simon Ogu, the Chief Operating Officer, AG Mortgage Bank, is also joining us from our studio in Abuja. Good morning to you both, gentlemen.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being here today. Thank you.
All right, well, let's get straight into it. When we talk palm oil, I know everybody always runs to talk about Indonesia. But we can see that the palm oil industry is receiving a massive boom again here in Nigeria. And we observe that obviously you're playing a crucial role in supporting this industry. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing and how you're leading the charge to boost palm oil production and the value chain in Nigeria again?
Thank you so much. Before we take the credits, let's give it all to NIFO, doing a great work in terms of research in the hybrid production of the palm oil with an improved breed of the tenera that NIFO has provided to the market. There's a lot of production going on. And this industry, like you said, it's abandoned, but it's our history of sustainability, it's our history of wealth creation. For years, generations have supported themselves by earning from palm oil production. I once knew my father's driver in 2000 era when I was small, and in secondary school. But growing up, this man, he's now a millionaire. He afforded to send his children to school in Canada. He has houses to himself and everything. And all the source of wealth and the revolution in his life came from having hectares of oil palm plantation. And an interesting conversation this morning you're having about going to the market and minimum wage not able to cater for us. The truth is we cannot be a country where we totally depend on either minimum wage or the other. We need to be innovative. We need to create beyond what the government can give us. And that's the challenge with us, coming through agriculture to see how we can support ourselves to earn more income. And that income can solve diverse problems in our lives, from housing to food security to all kind of bills that we can pay. So the palm oil industry is one that is sustainable. You imagine a business that you establish and can take care of you for over 30, 40, 50 years. And we have this testament from organizations like Okumu, Presco that have been in existence for over 40 years and still thriving. So what we have done specially with this is to see how Nigerians can play in this industry at a fractional level. At a lower level, you can start with your one plot, your 1 acre, your 1 hectare, and grow palm oil, palm trees, and earn passive income. And don't forget that these trees will grow on the land, which is a larger component of real estate. And this infusion of real estate and agriculture is the solution to solving a lot of problems. So while you are earning passive income from your oil palm and other byproducts, your land, which is an asset, is also appreciating into the future. And you can have dual appreciation on this portfolio. So that's the solution we have created so far.
Okay, let's come to you, Mr. Ogu. I know that Mr. Ojamamoye here has tried to establish the connection, but we would like to hear from you directly. Yesterday we were discussing, what was that again? Pineapple farming. Today we're talking about palm oil, oil palm plantation. But what is the connection between mortgage, housing, and oil palm plantation? And we're told to solve housing deficit and passive income. You are the person in the area of mortgage. Where is the connection between a farm and housing? And what's the nature of the partnership between your bank and Mr. Ojamamoye's plantation?
Thank you, Dr. Abati. Thank you so much for having us on this call this morning. Again, Dr. Simon Ogu is my name. Honestly speaking, there's something that is tradition to us in Nigeria and in Africa, and that is agriculture. And sitting very prominently in the heart of agriculture is oil palm plantation. Dr. Abati, you will agree with me that these things even grow naturally in the wild. And it is something that Nigerians don't stress to grow them, particularly in the southeast and south-south and some part of the middle belt of Nigeria. Virtually 70% of the middle belt states in Nigeria, this oil palm grows naturally and is a major source of income. One of the things that beats our hearts whenever we talk about oil palm plantation is the fact that a nation came to us in this country and picked some of our seeds from Benin and went out there and planted them, and today those nations are processing them or even bringing the palm oil directly into our country. And what does that tell us? That shows that it's a major source of revenue earning for us in the country. And when my brother wrote to me, Dr. Ojamamoye called it passive income, sometimes I bet to disagree. It's a major and active income. Oil palm plantation is a major source of income, and then I will relate it now with mortgage and housing solutions. Now, sir, one of the problems we are faced in Nigeria when I talk to people about mortgage is affordability. A lot of Nigerians can't afford mortgage repayment because, one, interest rate is a very big factor. It's a very major challenge that our interest rate in Nigeria is not single digit, it's double digits. And it's the double digit because of the economic situations, the macroeconomic situations that we found ourselves in the country. And every year, year on year, we've had it that housing deficit is on the increase. As far back as 2023, it was estimated to be at 28 million with urbanization still on the uprise. So how do we then put housing on over the heads of Nigerians, growing populations of Nigerians? And it's also been estimated by 2050, Nigerian population will be over 300 million. And these 300 million persons will need houses. And so let's go back to our traditional occupation, which is agriculture. And again, prominently in agriculture, what we don't stress over is oil palm plantation. And what Rotimi's organization, which is Asset Rise, is doing is helping Nigerians to grow this agriculture in an organized cluster so that they can have a tab over their income. And if that is the trend, and if that is the happening, we've now seen that people are owning landed assets, which is real estate, and I call it agricultural real estate. And from this agricultural real estate are having produce, and produce that can be commercialized, and commercialized at a quantity that can bring in good source of money. And now, bring this money into the formal system of banking, we can recognize it as part of the income that can be computed in addition to your salary, and that can give you a higher repayment quotient, a higher repayment margin that we can benchmark 1/3 of your total income to enable you to have access to mortgage. And once you can have access to mortgage, then you can have access to housing. And housing then, when your repayment is higher, mortgage solution is already in place. And when mortgage solution in place, we have solved the housing deficit problem one way or the other. Okay. This is the connection between how income from agriculture can help resolve housing problem.
Real quickly, please break down the business. How much do you think people can buy plots? How much are they going to earn? What's the red flags? Because everything has risk, so that they will know. What's your number that they can call you on if they want to continue the conversation with you quickly?
Thank you. So going back again to the projections, Let's learn again from NIFA. By projection, a hectare of oil palm should give you an average of 3 million naira per annum. And if you own 10 hectares, that is a 30 million naira plus per annum. So if you're earning 3 to 30 million in a year as a passive income, you can easily pay a mortgage plan that is within that range. And for Nigerians who can even afford an hectare, from a plot giving you up to 400,000 naira per annum to an hectare, an acre, which is 6 plots, giving you about 2.6 million naira per annum, there is a range of income that you can solve housing with, or other sorts of living that you need to attend to with your passive income coming from this agricultural adventure. What we're simply saying is that the biggest problems Nigeria have is an income problem. And that income problem is affecting housing. And that's why there must be a sustainable solution to address income, passive income. If you are retired today, if you are fired from work, if anything happened, peradventure, do you have a source of income that can sustain you? Now, we have done these projects, and currently we have about 11,000 plus persons who have subscribed to these, from individuals to organizations. And we have major partnerships with Okutukpa Oil Palm PLC, the Nigeria Society of Engineers, who has also come on partnership, mutual partnership, to see how we can take these across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, and well-signed MOU. We also have donations from the federal government, kudos to the federal government, in our Ibadan mill. We have a mill that was donated to our plantation that currently generates about 1.5 tons per hour in production. And the Bank of Industry of our presentation here came also on this project saying, how can we support this wave of passive income for Nigerians? And in our Ekpe plants, the Bank of Industry is helping to pull up our production section. So what we are saying is, if we can solve the major problem with Nigerians, income, then every Nigerian can be sustainable. And with a simple model, own an acre, own an hectare, own 10 hectares, depending on what you can afford. And you see that you are on autopilot in terms of revenue generation. Now, in terms of the red flags, we started this model. We can say we pioneered the agro real estate model, bringing palm plantation into real estate. But a lot of persons will take advantage of this, which is good. But I want to say that Nigerians should be very careful so we don't have another history of scams. For asset rise, dig us out anywhere. Before you spend a naira of your money, please make your due diligence, call the office, see where you're buying, confirm the land titles, and then you can go ahead with transactions. Same you should do if any other company is calling you to do any of this model, because you're going to have people who will promise you too much of revenue or too much of income that may not be achievable. And also the scam of land. So our red flag is simply that Nigerians should be careful when they are taking heed to this advice that we're providing, so that we can together grow a model that is sustainable and can bring the average Nigerian out of poverty.
Fantastic, formidable work and great advice as well. Okay. It's on the phone number is on the screen. I think you will probably repeat it when we're ending the interview. But I'll just cross to Mr. Ogu now for everyone watching. How can they take advantage of the sustainable oil palm innovation? Very briefly, sir.
Thank you, Ojope. Thank you. AG Mortgage Bank PLC is partnering with Asset Rise. And like Asset Rise has said, we have done very good due diligence on them. We found them credible, we found them worthy, and we found them suitable to manage people's wealth. And that is why we, being a licensed financial institution that provide real estate financing, have decided to put our brand behind what Asset Rise is doing currently in the market. So please, Asset Rise maintains an account with us, and we also are asking customers who want to do business with Asset Rise to open account with us in all our branches nationwide. We hold a national mortgage bank license, and once that fund comes to our system, it moves to Asset Rise, and we'll work with Asset Rise through their investment plan to ensure that securely those funds are deployed for the intended purposes. Most of Asset Rise projects are located in areas that are accessible, areas that land titlings are secured and rightly issued by the state government of the respective places where the farms are located. interested, we partake in carrying out such due diligences with asset rise and on behalf of the clients that comes to open account to ensure that every risk factor is properly taken care of and well mitigated, and ensure that the transaction is fully de-risked and their funds are secured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
that is
before
what
we
we
go,
do, and this is the service we
Mr.
provide almost
Jamamoye,
for free without.
For the benefit of those who may be interested in investing in your business, how do they go about it? And tell us about the oil palm. From the point of investment, how long will it take before the person will begin to reap the benefits of the investment? And then the value chain, does that also involve the initial investors?
Okay. Thank you so much. So who is this project for? For everyone who wants more income. You're a civil servant, you're a business person, and we've done this for a lot of cooperatives who have come also on board. So the model is simple. You buy the land, which is land that we have acquired for this purpose, and you become a landowner there. You get your documents to own the land.
How much?
Ranging from, we have different estates. We have them in Oyo State, Ewekoro in Ogun State, and in Ekpe. So depending on the station you want to buy. So with the number on the screen, if you reach out to us, we're going to be having a webinar for those who are interested, that we can educate them more. And then also we have inspection services to all our sites, so you can go and see whatever you're keen into. And then you also negotiate the price that suits you according to your budget and the station that is available to you. So you can take advantage of this. There's a number on the screen. You attend the webinar. And also we're having a summit coming up in Marriott in August for those who are interested. And you can come over the event.
So many activities, so many offers on the ground. We thank you so much for your time today, for opening our eyes to this great opportunity and to the potential that it holds for our economy at large. Well, it's now time for a short break on the morning show. When we return, Ebi Iyomo will be here with the Global Sports Update. Do stay with us.